great to be together for the first time since the ride in August. And hard to believe, but this is the first Night of Impact since 2019. You, the Pelotonia community, continue to do remarkable things. And tonight is all about you. Since we weren't together last year, I wanted to sort of go back in time and just let you know some of what you achieved over the last 2 years. So between 2020 and 2021, you nearly doubled your fundraising impact. And absolutely. And while you may not know this, that made Pelotonia the second fastest growing grassroots fundraising organization year over year in 2021. Congratulations. So you were all in this year. You continue to give 100%. And I want to take a minute to just thank our incredible funding partners. These organizations have been all in with Pelotonia for years, year after year after year. The AEP Foundation, Bath & Body Works, Huntington, Victoria's Secret, Peggy and Richard Santulli, Nationwide, Cardinal Health, Diamond Hill Capital Management, and SafeLight, one of our newest partners. Let's give it up for our partners who make 100% commitment possible. So not only were you all in, but our partners at the James and the Ohio State University Comprehensive Cancer Center were all in. And in a few minutes, you're going to hear from the researchers whose work you are making possible. Let's give it up for our partners at the James. I also want to give a special shout out to my colleagues, our team at Pelotonia, who every single day get up to try to provide experiences for all of us to make an impact on the world. Let's hear it for our colleagues at Pelotonia. So in a few minutes, you're going to hear the results of your efforts, and they were remarkable. But in addition to what you did on the bike and what you did during the ride weekend, you also enabled some new activities for our organization. Because of you, and because of our partnership with Victoria's Secret, this year we were able to fund $5 million of research aimed at helping female scientists solve the cancer burden that affects women all over the world. Congratulations. Because of you, our partners at MI Homes sold homes in 14 of their regions across the country, raising more than $2.2 million for cancer research here at the James. So tonight is about you. Tonight is about having fun. It's an honor to ride with you. It's an honor to raise with you. It's an honor to volunteer with you. It's an honor to be with you tonight. You're going to hear from the researchers. You're going to hear from some special performers. And I want you to leave tonight knowing that none of this work that ultimately saves and changes the lives of our family, our friends, our loved ones, and our neighbors, none of it is possible without you. You're all in. Have fun and enjoy the program.
$3,365 Challenger goals met this year. That's amazing. Our Pelotonia Challengers come from 44 states and in this year included 147 cancer survivors. Thank you to all of our challengers this year who completed goals ranging from Ashley Bowman from Team Girls with Gears. She biked 10 miles a day for 180 days. Molly Glacier from Team Huntington who walked 500 miles. And Rich Moore and members of Team Grandview who rode every mile of the Great Allegheny Passage. We love the creativity of our challengers, and we thank you so much for everything you are doing to support this goal. Now, please join me in welcoming to the stage members of the senior leadership team of The Ohio State University Comprehensive Cancer Center, Arthur G. James Cancer Hospital, and Richard J. Soloff Research Institute.
Good evening, everyone. Before I get into my comments, I thought it would be a nice gesture to give a round of applause to the conspiracy band who started us off this night. This is an exciting night in which we celebrate the Pelotonia community, a tireless fundraising group who over the years have generated for cancer research at Ohio State a remarkable and critical funding component for what we do. I'm now entering my 6th year as a cancer survivor myself. I have chronic lymphocytic leukemia, and the drug that I take it twice a day, it's a capsule, was developed in no small measure by the funds that you raised on behalf of Pelotonia, which subsequently was used to develop this drug. Taking this drug every day is a real reminder of the commitment that is implicit in your activities. This drug is keeping me alive, and I and my family thank you. Thank you very much. Tonight you will be hearing about some of the amazing research activities that are going on at The Ohio State University Comprehensive Cancer Center, again, in no small measure because of the funds that you are raising for this effort. One study led by Dr. Zihai Lee and colleagues at the Pelotonia Institute for Immuno-Oncology revealed that male sex hormones, known as androgens, can be new targets for immunotherapy among patients with cancers stemming from non-reproductive organs such as the bladder or liver cancer. In almost all cases, male patients with these cancers have worse outcomes, a sex disparity phenomenon that has puzzled the scientific community for decades, but the underlying reason has remained obscure until recently. The study that you'll hear about reported a landmark finding that describes how these male sex hormones contribute to cancer-related sex bias by weakening certain immune cells called T cells that are crucial for the immune response against cancer. So, with the help of Pelotonia funding, our researchers have come closer to understanding and resolving this sex bias dilemma for the benefit of many patients with these particular cancers. This groundbreaking study was published earlier this year in a highly prestigious journal called Science Immunology. And that's just one example. Through Pelotonia funding, we've also expanded the overall number of precision cancer medicines and immuno-oncology treatments that we can offer patients who come to the Cancer Center from all 50 states and 85 countries from around the world. In other words, your efforts have helped Ohio State become a destination of choice that offers hope to countless thousands of cancer patients. On behalf of the Ohio State University Comprehensive Cancer Center, the James Cancer Hospital, and Soloff Research Institute, I want to express our heartfelt gratitude to all of you for supporting Pelotonia. Your amazing contributions are much needed and greatly appreciated. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much to the tremendous leaders and all of the folks who are working at the James Cancer Hospital, the Ohio State University Comprehensive Cancer Center. Thank you. And now, to share more examples of the impact of every dollar you've raised, please welcome to the stage 9-year Pelotonia participant, Scott McCloskey.
Good evening. Well, you know my name is Scott McCloskey, and I got a few goals tonight. I need to tell you a little bit about myself, why I participate, and I get to, I'm honored to introduce one of our guests. But for those of you who don't know me, I'm a big picture guy and a selfie, so bear with me here. Put your big smiling faces on. Okay, we got that out of the way. So again, I am so excited to be here, so glad to be back together. Look at this, this is awesome. Isn't this great to be back together now? Fantastic. Yep, she stole some of my speech. So I am Scott McCloskey. I'm from the Cincinnati area, but I've previously lived in Columbus, so it feels like home. I love this place. I'm a 9-year Pelotonia rider, and I lead the Pelotonia Kroger team. And my first ride was in 2014, and after that ride, the staff of this group puts on such a great event. I couldn't wait to sign up that next year. So obviously, I'm ecstatic about hitting my 10-year mark next year. So good, so good. So some of the things why I participate, there's many reasons. You guys have many reasons, but here are just a few. The community. Just look around. Look at this community. Who wouldn't want to be part of this community? Ride Weekend. You go to Ride Weekend. It's amazing. It's amazing, magical. It's energizing. I live for opening ceremony on Friday night. And then you always tell about the people, right? People make everything. I've met so many great people through this event that are friends today. They'll be friends for a lifetime. And then health. Think about it, like most of us are bike riders, right? We do it for the health. I know I do, but what a great way to give back and to do something that you have a passion for, riding a bike and making a difference. But really, why do we ride? It's not about the ride, right? You've heard that before. I think it's on your index cards and your table. We raise money to save lives. Pelotonia is my way to give back to the community and help others and save lives. I've been a high roller for 8 of the 9 years, and I've been fortunate enough to I've raised $20,000 this year and over $126,000 over my 9 years. I just got chills because I get juiced up every time a donation hits my email inbox. It's so competitive. I love it. And that's what keeps bringing me back every year is one of the things. So enough about me. We need to get this event moving on. I am so honored to introduce Dr. Zobeida Cruz Mazarate. She is the director of the Molecular and Cellular Biology program in the Division of the Gastroenterology, Hepatology, and Nutrition at The Ohio State University, who will share more about Pelotonia funding is key to the researchers at the OSU CC, the James. Please welcome Dr. Cruz Mazarate.
It's an honor to be here. I truly appreciate everything that you do and every mile that you ride for us to do research for cancer at all. Let me tell you a little bit about me. I'm Zobeida Cruz Monserrate. I'm this girl from Puerto Rico, if anybody. Hispanic girl whose dad didn't finish college or even high school. My mom did, but I've always been this motivated girl who wanted to study and was always curious about science. and had goals for myself, and I wanted to make a difference in the world. And I studied really hard, really hard. Went from the University of Puerto Rico to Texas, to NIH, to the Ohio State University to start a lab looking and researching really deadly disease such as pancreatic cancer. And I worked tirelessly every day trying to do that for the community, for the world, and to also train the next generation of scientists, like all of those that are in red shirts, trying to teach them and make them love science. Because today, we are many that study and research cancer, and with that comes funding the cancer research. And it's hard. We work really every day trying to write and get our ideas in paper to convince other scientists that this is the best idea that we have. But with so many, the funding lines and getting money for research is really hard. We work day and night, train others to do the same. But with your funding, with the funding from Pelotonia, it really helped us get that extra ideas into play to be able to convince others that our research really has great foundation to move forward. So I truly, I want you to thank you all, because we do take this to heart. We work really hard every day to make sure that we can provide prevention methods, detection methods, or treatments that are more efficient for patients. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Cruz, Monserrate, and Scott, for that powerful reminder of why every dollar we raise is so important to reach our one goal. Wow, more than 15,000 volunteer hours. We could not do it without you. All those jars of peanut butter and jelly and thousands of loaves of bread fueled our riders along every route to conquer every single mile. We are so grateful for our volunteers, and we especially celebrate the 210 volunteers who are cancer survivors. Thank you so much. Please welcome to the stage 3-year Pelotonia participant and Pelotonia Research Fellow, Andrea Keller.
Good evening, everyone. Like I said, my name is Andrea Keller. It's so great to join you tonight. I'm part of Dr. Maria Mihailova's lab. I'm a 5th-year graduate student and a graduate fellow. And I'm honored to represent the Pelotonia Fellows tonight. And I'm a part of the Department of Biological Chemistry and Pharmacology, and in our lab we're really interested in studying the intersection of metabolism, diet, aging, in the context of colorectal cancer. And so it's really an honor to directly benefit from the fundraising that all of you participate in and be a part of this wonderful Pelotonia community, and join in this excitement for cancer research and trying to end this, sorry. We work backstage, right? So we love doing all the backstage research and working behind the scenes, and so it's wonderful to be a part of this community, and so I'm here to introduce my mentor, who has really guided us along the way, and is being recognized tonight as Pelotonia's Researcher of the Year. And she's been a fantastic mentor along the way and is really an inspiration to the department. And I can speak for all of us at the Comprehensive Cancer Center and say that we're really proud of Dr. Maria Mihailova. So give it up for her.
Good evening, everyone. It is such an honor to be here tonight and to be nominated and receiving this award. It really means the world to me. First, I really want to thank Pelotonia, this amazing organization. and the Pelotonia community for the incredible fundraising efforts, volunteering, and all the hard work that you guys do for cancer research. We're so indebted to you, and we're so grateful to really benefit from all of your support. We really feel it. I also want to thank the Comprehensive Cancer Center, our molecular carcinogenesis and chemoprevention program, and my home department for all the mentoring and support. Science really is a team sport, and we have one of the best. One of the best parts in my job really is training the next generation of scientists, like Dr. Cruz Monserrate mentioned. It is really a true joy to train trainees such as Andrea, who is also a Pelotonia-funded graduate fellow. I'm very fortunate to really have people that come to lab every day excited to solve really complex biological problems and try to understand what really drives cancer growth and try to find creative ways and innovative ways to stop this horrible, horrible disease. I want to tell you a little bit about what our lab does. So in the past few years, we've identified important communication between all the microbes that live in our GI. I know this is not very appetizing, but there are trillions of bugs that live in our GI, and they're really living there in concert with our gut cells that are so important. They have so many different functions. So our GI cells, they absorb all the nutrients you're consuming tonight. They communicate with all the bugs. And as we age, and as sometimes we unfortunately pick up bad habits or diet, some of these communications can deteriorate. So this is exactly what our lab is really interested in figuring out, how to stop this miscommunication between the bugs, ourselves as the hosts, and really reduce the incidence of colorectal cancer, which unfortunately is still one of the predominant cancers that lead to cancer mortality, and unfortunately also impacted my extended family in Bulgaria in the last year. So our lab is really dedicated in improving and understanding how diet and age impact our gut health and how it impacts our colorectal cancer risk. So we hope in the future with these Pelotonia-funded studies, we can really contribute to lowering the statistics for colon cancer and other cancers. And I just want to end on just saying just how grateful we are again for all of your support, for this truly amazing community. I will not forget the first time I participated in my Pelotonia 4 years ago. I started out in Columbus as an undergrad, went and left for 14 years and came back and have been trained in cancer research my whole entire time, but there's not really any event quite like it. The togetherness and the gratitude that you feel when you participate is just really, really amazing, and I can't wait to see you guys all there again next year. Thank you so much for your support.
Thank you, Andrea and Dr. Mihailova, for your innovative research to improve outcomes for those suffering from colorectal cancer. Thank you so much. 366,000 miles. That's a lot of pedal strokes. This year we had riders from 45 states and 5 countries, more than 1,000 first-year riders, and 530 riders who are cancer survivors. Thank you. That's amazing. For all of you for your legendary commitment to our one goal. Now, please welcome to the stage 2-year Pelotonia participant, Courtney Horn.
My name is Courtney Horn, and I joined the Pelotonia family in 2021 to kick off my 15-year cancerversary. I rode for the second time this year, and I can tell you I am hooked. As a participant, as a rider, and a survivor, the entire event is incredible. When I was 15 years old, I was diagnosed with a brain tumor, a central neurocytoma. After 3 brain surgeries and chemotherapy, it was decided that proton therapy would be the safest treatment option for me. Back in 2007, there were very few centers in the country, and my mother and I had to travel across the country for me to receive treatment in Boston. During my time there, I met people from all over the country who had traveled for their treatment, and my eyes were opened to just how important funding innovative cancer research is. It saves lives, and I know I owe not only my life, but my quality of life to proton radiation. Now I am thrilled to announce someone on the forefront of research that impacts outcomes for people like me. A leader in proton therapy, Dr. Arnab Chakravarty, chair of the Department of Radiation Oncology at The Ohio State University College of Medicine, is helping bring innovative life-saving treatment right here in our backyard here in Columbus, Ohio. Please welcome Dr. Chakravarty.
Ohio State is poised to be the very first in the entire world to launch the multi-room ProBeam 360 proton platform, which represents the next generation technology to eradicate cancer. Siemens, the device manufacturer, has recently announced that Ohio State will remain the only multi-room ProBeam 360 site in North America and the only one of 5 in the world for at least the next decade. Can you believe that? ProBeam represents state-of-the-art technology for proton delivery with unique features such as pencil beam scanning, dose painting, enabling us to target just the tumor and spare the surrounding normal tissues, which limits the amount of collateral damage to normal tissues. Now, conventional radiation treats everything and has a much, much higher rate of normal tissue toxicities. So ProBeam 360 will enable improved outcomes for many of our pediatric oncology patients like Courtney, and it will also help us with adults with especially challenging tumors. ProBeam 360 also represents the beacon of hope for cancer patients with recurrent disease for whom there's no hope at present. So this is a very, very exciting technology coming to Columbus, Ohio, and we're going to be very, very unique in this space, thanks to your enthusiasm and your efforts. Second, Ohio State will be among the very first to develop what's called image-guided proton therapy, or IGPT, which is akin to developing a GPS tracking device to monitor the real-time movements of tumors during treatment. So essentially, we'll put them in a position where they can run, but they cannot hide from us. Third, Ohio State's ProBeam 360 platform will be the very first out-of-the-box solution for flash protons. Flash is akin to almost a science fiction-like technology which delivers radiation dose rates 10,000 times more powerful than conventional radiation. That's right, 10,000 times more powerful in terms of anti-cancer effect. Preclinical data suggests that flash can potentially reduce the standard 6 to 8 weeks of radiation down to a single treatment lasting less than 1/10 of a second, if you can believe that, quicker than you can blink an eye. We will be among the very first to investigate flash both preclinically as well as clinically, with the help of all of you out there, of course. We're going to need your help to get this launched. Support from Pelotonia will make such dreams become a reality for cancer patients out there like Courtney. And those of you in the audience are really the true heroes, as you're really the ones who are supporting us, who find ourselves in the trenches fighting cancer. So heartfelt thanks for everything that you all have done for us in our program and our ability to launch protons and flash here at Ohio State. And let's celebrate all of our numerous successes tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you to Courtney and Dr. Chakravarty for sharing the news of this phenomenal momentum in cancer therapy. taking place right here in Columbus, Ohio, and at the James. It's phenomenal news, and we should all be so proud and excited to have this here. $21 million! $21,815,484, all raised for life-saving cancer research, bringing the all-time fundraising total, 14-year total, to more than $258 million. Let's celebrate!
Almost $22 million raised by all of you. Let's give yourself another round of applause. And almost $260 million raised in 14 years. Nobody thought that was possible. No one, but you guys did it. So thank you, thank you, thank you so much. As you heard from some of our amazing doctors and the stories, so much progress has been made in 14 years, and there's so much more we can do. And there's so many people counting on us to keep coming back year after year after year and fight this disease and win. So that means you got to save the date for next year because it's our 15th anniversary. So August 4th, 5th, and 6th, we're going to have the best ride weekend we've ever had in Pelotonia history. We're also going to do something really fun and new next fall, a second cycling event that we're bringing to the community that I think is going to blow your minds. So stay tuned. I'm not letting any other details out about that, and if you hear any rumors, consider it false. But give it up for our performers tonight. Give it up for our team. Give it up for all of you. None of this happens without all of you. We appreciate you more than you'll ever know. So thank you, thank you, thank you.